This screencast will show you how to do marks and report card comments in a straight primary class. This is very similar to all the other classes. The only difference is what scales we use for reporting. So I've logged into BCeSIS, and just a couple things to keep in mind when you're in BCeSIS. If you need to leave your station, please hit the lock button, and to save frequently whenever you have a floppy disk icon. I'm going to click on Mark Entry to go into my marks and report cards. I'm going to do it by class, so entry by class, and click OK. I'm going to pick the class, and it's already selected, so I'm going to hit select. And this takes me into the mark entry by class screen. This is really important that you work from left to right and top to bottom. So up here is the reporting term, and it's critical that you get this right. Check with your site admin or your secretary as to which reporting term you are working in. If you get this into the wrong reporting term, then your marks and comments will not show up in the report card, and you'll need to transfer them, which is a fairly tedious task. So make sure you have your marks and comments being entered in the right reporting period at all times. I'm going to pick the first reporting period for this one, but double check with your school admin or secretary as to which reporting term you were working in. After that, I'm going to pick my grade, and since this is a straight primary class, I only have one grade. And now you can see my organizers and learning outcomes. From here, if you click on English Language Arts, you will see your students, but you cannot enter a mark or comment. You can only enter marks and comments with beside the things that have asterisks. So beside my learning outcome reading has an asterisk, I can enter a mark or comment. And since this is primary, if you click on the performance effort levels, it tells me what I'm allowed to enter. 1, 2, 3, or 4 from exceeding to not yet meeting expectations. So I can enter 1, 2, 3, or 4, and I'm using the down arrow here to move down. You can keep going all the way through your class. Now I went and entered a 5 by accident, and it pops and tells you you're not allowed to do this. This is an invalid mark. And it highlights where the problem was, so you need to make that change, and then you can continue. So if I were to enter 22 by accident, it'll say the same thing. Okay, now that I've entered the mark for all of my class, I would take this opportunity and hit the save button just to make sure you save your work. If you were to lose internet connectivity or power to the building, it's a very good idea to hit save frequently. The next step is comments, and this is the same for all the different grades. Is you click on the comment for the students you want to enter, click on edit, and now you have the ability to enter your comments. The from curriculum will be filled later automatically by the ministry, so I'm told. At least it's not in the test environment. We'll see what shows up in the production environment. The school comments will be done by the school site, so there's nothing in there right now in my test environment, but I've added some of my own comments, or I was meaning to add some of my own comments. At this point you can add some of your own comments. And these would be generic comments that I expect to put in most of my students. There is another video in this series that shows you how to enter your own comments. You can double check that one. You don't need to do it at this point in time. I just didn't get around to doing it for this account. Okay, so if I had these filled in prior to this, I could click on the comment I want to add and hit copy. And that'll get pasted down in the collected descriptions. And this is the final draft, I guess, of the student's report card comment. So we can collect things from these 3 tabs and add them down into the collected descriptions. You can also copy and paste from Word or TextEdit or whatever you like to do into the collected descriptions. You can also type in your own comment here. So you've got a couple different options on how you put your comments in there. Now, when you're done this comment, you need to make sure you do a spell and grammar check on this yourself, because the button spell check in BCeSIS does not currently work. And after that, you need to hit the transfer button. Really key here is hit transfer and not the door. The door leaves without actually taking the comment and putting it into the report card. So hit transfer, and this will take me back to the mark entry screen, and you can see a comment in there. Now it doesn't show you the entire comment. To see the entire comment, I just need to hit edit again, and now I can see the entire comment. So one more time, I'll do another comment here for Salen. Edit. I'm going to enter my comments. And when I'm done entering my comments, I'm going to hit transfer. You'll continue through your class for all your different organizers and learning outcomes. And when you're completed, and actually before I say that, save frequently. I spend some time on my comments usually, and just make sure after you do each comment, save it. And then that limits your potential loss of any work if there was a power outage or we lost internet connection. When you're done all of your comments again, when they're all finished for all your different organizers, check off the mark entry complete for class. When you've done that, save it again, close the door. This will take you back to the front screen of the teacher assistant, and you can always go back into your mark entry and keep working at any of these points. It doesn't have to be in one sitting. You can work over time on this. Just make sure that you save whenever you finish something. So this has been a screencast to show you how to do mark entry and comments in a primary class.